What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and you know what? I feel like I've waited long enough to reveal this, because at the time of this recording, we are now about a week away from the official release of the Halloween Ends trailer, finally. Or at least that's what we've been led to believe. And I know a lot of you all are excited, and I am too, so I figured now would be a better time than ever to release this video. Because you see, a few months back, I actually got to chill on the set of Halloween Ends. I got to visit a lot of the filming locations. And not only did I visit the filming locations, but they were actually filming while I was on location. So I did get to see a few things, although I do not have any spoilers here for you today. What I do have to show you all is something that I got from the set of Halloween Ends. They were filming on the street in Savannah, Georgia. I was down in the area because I was trying out to be an extra on the movie. And I actually got the part. I was going to be some guy driving by in the background. But unfortunately, they wanted a little too much from me. They wanted me to get like triple jabbed just to do that. I wasn't feeling it, so I just decided not to. However, I did get this cool sign from the set of Halloween Ends. They were filming on a particular street in Savannah, and I mean, most of the street was decked out in Halloween decorations, and on the corner of the street, there was a house with this sign. Now, the house that this sign was in front of is one of the houses that they seem to be focusing a lot on in this movie, although I'm not sure. Like I said, you know, sitting there and watching things happen, you never know how they're really going to play out on the big screen. But basically, this was a long street. And about half of the street, which I mean, at least like, I would say about a dozen and a half houses just straight down, all decorated for Halloween, but they didn't do too much with it. Now, this is the sign that I got to take. And I also got a pumpkin from the set of Halloween Ends. And man, as someone who is a big Michael Myers Halloween fan, obviously, that was just a surreal moment for me. Having a pumpkin that was used during the filming of Halloween, that was so cool to me. I still have the pumpkin rotting over here in my corner right now. Would you like to see it? No, I'm just joking. I threw it away a long time ago, but I'm telling you all right now, when I got the pumpkin and I held it in my arms, it felt like a newborn baby. I was like, you know what? I'm never going to wash this pumpkin. I'm never going to let it go. Like, have you ever seen one of those cartoons or shows when, like, someone sees a celebrity and shakes their hand and they're like, oh, I'm never going to wash my hand again? That's how I felt about this pumpkin. I wish that I could just put it in, like, a plastic acrylic showcase and it would never go bad. But of course it did, and of course it had to go in the trash. But I do have this one little piece of Halloween history sitting right here in my room. And when I look at it, it makes me kind of scared because, you know, I'm a horror fan. I like Michael Myers, but I don't necessarily want a sign in my room that says, hell this way and doom the other way. You know, I want to be a more positive type of guy, but you can't turn down a piece of film history. So naturally, I know a lot of people are going to be curious about what I saw and things like that. Well, I was able to see a few locations that they filmed at. They were filming at an old, like, hardware type of store. I'm not sure what they were doing there. I didn't get to see, like, what they were really doing there. I saw them setting up to film at what looks like kind of like a park. But I didn't see, you know, any scenes being filmed there. And then, like I said, on this one particular road, that's where I believe Laurie Strode's house is going to be. Although I'm not positively sure. You know, what's weird is that I've actually been to these locations and viewed them with my own eyes, walked around the houses. You can even go watch my past video on it. But there's other people online who haven't seen this stuff with their own two eyes that know more than I do about it. So some of you all are probably more aware about what's going to happen in this movie than I am. I try to stay away from spoilers. But when I hear like, hey, you know, they're filming Halloween down here, I had to hop my ass in the car and go find it. But what I will say is this. there was a certain feeling on that street. Like, it almost just felt like it was Halloween, although it was well past Halloween, of course. But they didn't do too much. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but the vibe I got while on that street was like a total, like, original Halloween vibe. The houses look like the old school houses from back then. And as far as the decorations go, they weren't over the top, which was kind of like mind boggling to me. I was trying to figure out, is this going to be another flashback scene or what? Because like the decorations were more traditional, meaning like there wasn't really any like blow up inflatables, you know, in the yard of witches and stuff like that, how people do nowadays. It was more of an old school approach to decorating for Halloween. Like, you know, you have like your little pumpkin cutouts lined up against the fences, kind of like the pumpkin cutouts that you make in elementary school. Then you have like the cutout witches, you know, that their arms kind of move on that little swivel or whatever on the door. Then you got bed sheets tied up to look like ghosts hanging in the trees. It was a more back in the day approach to, you know, Halloween as opposed to a modern approach. Nowadays, you go and there's just inflatables here and stuff like that there. But this really looked like a more simplistic, old school feel. And I'm not sure if this was a flashback scene or that's just the vibe they were going through for. Either way, I liked it. Like, I felt like I was smack dab in the middle of Halloween while walking on the street. And it was almost an eerie feeling because I was out there at night as well. And some of the porches have like blue lights or red lights, and it just really felt like Michael Myers was going to walk out of the alleyway and murder me. You get what I'm saying? But there was two houses in particular that they were really focusing on. If you all are interested, let me know down in the comments below, and maybe I will travel back out to that area to give you all a better look of how things looked at the time, or how they look now anyway. But there were two houses that they were really focusing on, one of which was where the sign was located. The other, though, they were actually filming inside at one point while I was there. So there's going to be a lot happening in that house. And then as I drove down the back alleyway, they had a camera rig set up in the backyard as well. So maybe we're going to get some more, you know, Michael Myers backyard action. He really likes backyards in this new trilogy. But all in all, man, the only thing I could tell you all is that I am excited. I've read a lot of the news, you know, about this being a different Halloween movie, and they're maybe going to introduce a new villain as well. It's not just going to be Michael. And I'm hoping that this is better than Halloween Kills. I'll be honest with you all. I love Michael Myers. I like over-the-top slasher films, but man, Halloween Kills was a complete disappointment for me. I actually liked Halloween 2018 a lot. The main parts that I didn't like about Halloween 2018 were the over-the-top parts. Like when he crushed, what is his name? Zartan's head and stuff like that. That was too over-the-top for me. And Halloween Kills was basically just that scene over and over again. Just non-stop over-the-topness. But that's not what I really look for when it comes to Michael Myers. Some slashers, yeah, I want things over the top. But when it comes to Michael Myers, I always appreciate the more grounded feel. You know, and I know that sounds weird for a slasher movie about a guy who could hardly die and he's getting shot up and all of this madness, but I really like the more grounded feel to it. And for a movie or for a trilogy that seems to want to touch on things like serious things at that, like PTSD and all of that stuff, for them to just have something that was just over the top like Halloween Kills, it really threw me off. So I'm hoping they have a little course correction here. But who knows what to expect. All I know is I'm always happy when I see Michael on screen. Even if the storylines aren't that great, I still have a good time. And that just reminds me of how slashers always were. Let's be honest here. A lot of them are bad movies if you want to look at it from a critical standpoint. But it's not about that. It's about how they make you feel. It's about those certain moments. It's about the nostalgia. So hopefully this movie can capture all of that and just do a better job than Halloween Kills. But I know a lot of people out there like Halloween Kills, but it's okay. But all in all, I'm excited for the movie, and I'm excited that I have a little piece of the movie with me at home that will undoubtedly give me splinters throughout my entire life. As long as I have this, I will be getting splinters. I think I just got one while recording this video. Actually, oh, there goes one in my leg. Yeah, maybe I should turn the camera off now and go ahead and treat my wounds. But let me know how you all feel about this down in the comments below. Like I said, if you're interested in more Halloween coverage, let me know, because I think I might be down in that area within the next couple of weeks, and I could go exploring and show you whatever areas they filmed in. And if you all have any addresses or the areas, then let me know down in the comments below, or reach out to me on social media, and maybe I could put a video together for you all. But for now, I'm signing off, and I'm going to go dig the splinters out of my thighs.